Welcome to Curie Electronics. So in this hands-on electronics, today we are going to learn about how to make OR gate using diodes. So how do you make OR gate using diodes? We are taking only two input OR gate. Two diodes are there. Two diodes. So let us consider this as the input to the diodes. A and B are the inputs. And the cathode of the diodes are shorted together, and we will connect it to a ground using a resistor. This is 1 kilo ohm resistor. Then what is there? We have to see visually whether it is output is high or low. This is output. If you connect a multimeter across ground and the output, we can measure the output voltage. So one LED I am connecting. There also we can use a current limiting resistor which will go to the ground. Here I have using 100 ohm resistor, and this is the light emitting LED, light emitting diode, that's a LED. Now this should work as a OR gate. Let me write the table for OR gate. A, B are the inputs, Y is the output. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. These are our four combinations. When we give 0, 0, we will get output 0. Then when at least one of the input of the OR gate is high, we will get output high. Now here in this circuit, what we are going to apply? We are operating it with a 5 volt supply. Okay, 5 volt. So here our high equal to, I'll write it here, high equal to 5 volt, low equal to 0 volt. 0 volt. Now how does this circuit works? Let's see the working of this circuit. Let me try to copy these two. Next. Now let us assume that first we are applying 0, 0. 0, 0, 0 volt. Both inputs are at 0 volt. Now what happens? This anode is at 0 volt. Both anodes are at 0 volt. And cathode also connected to ground, that is 0 volt, to a resistor. So this also at 0 volt. Now the diodes are not forward biased. So this diode will act as a open switch. Now if we measure the across the resistor, where we are getting the output, this is the RL I will mention. Across the load resistor, 1 kilo ohm resistor, we will get the output. If you measure, you will get 0 volt, so that the LED won't get on. Now what happens if one of the input is high? So first I will apply, let it be D1 and D2. So to D1 diode, I will apply input, I will give 5 volt, and D2 diode, I will give 0 volt. What happens? This D2 will act like a open switch, and D1 will act like a closed switch. How? Because see here, the cathode is at 0 volt, but anode is at 5 volt. So it will act like a closed switch, and here we will get high, logic high. When logic high comes, our LED turns on. So it is working like a OR gate. And what happens? So now you can interchange the supply also. You can give 0 volt to input A and 5 volt to input B. Similarly, it works. Now what happens when both inputs are at high, that is 5 volt, both the inputs are I am giving at 5 volt, then what happens? Both the switches are on, that means both the diodes are on, like a closed switch. So we again will get the output as high. Now let's make this circuit on a breadboard and check it, so that we can verify whether this circuit works as a OR gate. Already we have seen the working of OR gate using diodes. Now I have constructed the circuit on a breadboard or proto board. So here, if you see, I have used two diodes, similar, that is 1N4007 diodes. Usually we use this diode for rectifier. This is the one easily available. You can use the signal diodes also. Now both the diodes, this side, this side, this is the cathode, and this side is the anode. Now cathodes are connected together. You can see here the cathode point on this breadboard. These cathodes are connected together, as well as 1 kilo ohm resistor is connected to the negative. See, this is the negative line, negative of the power supply. We are using 5 volt power supply. And one more, the LED, we have to use a current limiting resistor. I have used a 100 ohm resistor, and that is connected to the negative of the power supply. So this side is the anode of the LED, this is the cathode of the LED. And from the anode of the diode, I have taken two yellow color wires. So here we will give the inputs, input 1, input 2. So now let's see, before giving the input, let's see what is the supplied voltage to this circuit. Supplied voltage is 5.16, same as the previous video. Now I will connect the inputs and see what is happening. Now first we will give 0-0 combination. So both the wires, two wires, I'll connect to the ground. This is the ground. First connection I made, first input is connected to low, second input is connected to low. So you can see here the black wire, this complete length, that blue line indicates the complete length is negative line. Now LED is off, that means our output is low. Now we will give one input low and another input high. Now one input is connected to low, the other input I am making it high. Now LED is on. This is what we expected from a OR gate. Now we will just interchange the combination. So we will get 1-0 and 0-1 combination. So our high should go to the other input. Now also this is on. Now the only combination left is 1-1. So we will make 1-1 connection now. So already one input is connected to high, another input also connected to high. Now both the inputs are connected to high and our LED is on. So this is the logic OR gate operation. Now finally I will put both back to low input. Let's see what happens. Now I have put both the connections to low input. Now LED is off. So for OR gate, whenever both inputs are low, we will get output 0 or low. And here when you say low, it is 0 volt. When you say high, it is 5 volt. There will be a slight drop across the diode, around 0.7 volt we can consider. So you will get around 4.2 or 4.3 volt. So if you like the video, please share with your friends and don't forget to hit the like button. And thanks for watching.